Hi everyone, it's Michelle here. Welcome along to the 20th of December, so my 20th day of FlossMas. This is Monday for you, but it's Sunday for me, so we've had a lovely day visiting with Santa and we saw the reindeer, lots of Shire horses, and there were lots of elves around to try and find as well, but we missed one of them and we had to steal that from somebody else. look over somebody's shoulder to try and see where the other elf was. We didn't want to hand back a sheep with one missing. Who would do that? So yeah, it's been a lovely day today. I've had a good bit of time just to do bits and bobs, and I'll show you what I've been up to today. I'm actually going to film today and tomorrow in one go. I'll release them as two separate ones, but I'm going to film them kind of consecutively tonight because, as I said to you before, we're off to St David's Cathedral tomorrow night, so I don't think I'm going to have time to film. I did think about combining the two together, and then I thought, no, that's not the idea of an advent, is it? You have one every day, so even though I'm going to be filming them together, I'm going to release them consecutively, so it won't appear any different to you, except I'll just look the same. So what am I going to show you today? I'm going to show you something that I've been working on, which actually isn't cross stitch. It's what I've been talking about. I've been having a little go at some wool applique. Don't hold your breath, it's not wonderful, but then nothing is when you first start it, is it? So I'll show you that. I've got a freebie, I've got some stitching, I've got a little bit of haul that I didn't show you yesterday, just because I didn't have it to hand, and some past finishes. So let's jump right in. I'm going to start off with a freebie because that's what's on the top, and the freebie today is from Fox and Rabbit, and it is this lovely design called Quaker Alphabet, I believe. And you go onto their website and you put it into your cart as if you're buying it. Obviously the charge is £0, and then once you check out they send you an email with the chart on. So that's really nice. I really like the shape of that. Wouldn't that be lovely? Sort of framed in an actual proper octagon. So that would be really nice. Or even in a circle, if you had a circular frame, or the top of a box, the top of a circular box, that would also be lovely. So Fox and Rabbit, Quaker Alphabet, I think it's actually called. So go along and get that. Right, let me show you what I've been up to. So I bought this book, which I think I showed you when it came in 2 or 3 days ago, or probably a week ago by now. It's been a long time. And it's called Pick of the Crop. Can't read that backwards, suddenly said something totally different by Buttermilk Basin, and it's got lots and lots of beautiful kind of autumn and Halloween projects in, and I just thought, well, I wanted to have a go. So today what I did was I cut out my pieces and I've attached them to my base wool, and I've started doing some stitching around the outside. So probably don't need the book actually. So I've actually chosen, I'm going to show you the one I've chosen. I've chosen the one on the front cover because I really like the one on the front cover. So this is where I got to today, and so I have started, it's all stuck down I use the double-sided like interfacing that they recommend in here, and I've started to then stitch on it. So the pumpkin, now don't look too closely because my hand stitching really isn't very good, but like I said, to begin with, nothing's very good. I'm just whip stitching the pumpkin down, and then I've done the blanket stitch around the green wing, the leaf and the pumpkin stalk, because the wool I used for the pumpkin stalk perhaps wasn't very suitable. It was quite an open weave, and so I had to really neaten up the edges with the blanket stitch on that one. But it's okay, it's okay. It just, there's a couple of little bits I might just fettle with the needle, but it's okay. And God, didn't it ever take me some time to learn the blanket stitch, considering this was a stitch that I know that I did when I was like 7 or 8 years old. I could not get it. I had to watch 3 or 4 videos to try and get it, and it's really simple. As soon as you get it, it's like, oh my goodness me. So yeah, I've done the blanket stitch with the the leaf and the green up there, and I just added a few extra like feathers on there as well. So I shall continue, specialty fibres on this as well. I shall continue to stitch it down, and it's got some buttons to go onto it and a few bits of other stitching. Now I wondered if I probably should have done like the embroidery stitching before I put it down, and maybe I might do that in the future if I do any more of them. And I've quite enjoyed it, I must admit. It's been yeah, it's been quite a nice thing to do. So as I pick up more stitches, I shall show you. I'm quite keen on putting beads on the pumpkin because I really like those really knobbly white pumpkins. I can't remember what they're called, goblin pumpkins or something. So I might put some beads on there. So it's just on a piece of brown wool, and yeah, that's where I am. I'm not too disheartened for a first go. So yeah, it'd be nice to have around for the autumn. Let's see what happens with it. It'd be like, I think it's going to be like when I first started stitching. I started stitching Christmas because I could understand Christmas. I could understand what you could do with it. And when I first started stitching, I couldn't understand why people would want all these things around gathering dust. And I think that might be a bit like the wool applique. I can kind of see, yeah, you might want to make a nice little pillow with it or something, but then what do you do with it after that? So I think this is going to open a bit of a rabbit hole, so we'll see. But it's been fun. My previous finish, I've got 2 previous finishes on here, and they are Puntini When I Think Of, and this is on a piece of 32 count vintage country mocha, but I've used the non-vintage side of it. So this is When I Think of Autumn, and it does have, as always, a little button on there to go on, and then on here as well, just in the corner, Paola released a little freebie. Get out of it. Paola released a little freebie which went with the various different seasons. So obviously there's 4 seasons to stitch, and so she released a little freebie to go with it. So I've stitched When I Think of Autumn, and I've also stitched the little freebie. So I can start to see how these sorts of things might go in to make a nice display. So we shall see. Lots to learn, lots to learn. So that was my 2 past stitches. I've also got a little bit of haul. I said yesterday that I'd got a couple of PDFs that I'd not brought up with me. These are by HomeSpunPrims by Laurie, and I got them from her website. I think I don't think these are Etsy's. I think this was on her website, and so I picked this one up, which just says sleigh rides on it, which I really like. I think that's really cute and be a really nice addition to a little bowl. And I picked up Mary Bell as well, just a really super cute little sampler, with lots of nice reds. No information about it, whether it's from an original sampler, part of a sampler, whether it's completely a new design, but I just really liked it. And I think it might fit. I think I've got a little square frame that I thought it would fit into. It is about 100 by 100, so it's really not very big at all. So I picked those up, and of course I will put the details down below of where I got them. And then I'd said to you I'd bought some fabric. Now there is a guy who sells on one of the D-stash sites in the UK, and I will put the name of it across the bottom because I can't remember which one it is. Cross Stitch Sales in the UK, but he does have a website. It's called Knockdown Crafts, and he's pretty good at having fabric packs. And you have to excuse the state of it because I've kind of fiddled with it, but I bought a pack of these fabrics. Now these are Moda fabrics, I think. Let me just get the name. Urban Chicks for Moda. But what is the design called? Urban Chicks for Moda. I'll try check the salvage on the next piece. So there's a nice piece of kind of red check or pinky check. Now I want to try and make a quilt top with these. I've picked out a design that I like, just really simple because I'm still learning that as well. This Santa one here goes with it, and it's still cut off, the name of the fabric line. Another piece of that. This one is the pink poinsettias. And again, I thought this would be nice for backing fabrics as well. Here we go. It's called Swell Christmas by Urban Chicks for Moda Fabrics. So there's the pink poinsettias, there's the green poinsettias, there is the green and pink and red candy canes, there is a red Father Christmas, and there is also a green holly. So my plan is sometime in the next decade to make a quilt top with those, and probably a white as well, I would imagine. And he was very, very reasonable for all of those fabrics. So I'll put his contact information down below. I know on a Sunday he does have a Facebook Live where he sells fabrics and things like that. So I'll put all his contact information down. His name's Chris Hill, and you can go and have a look if you're on Facebook, or go straight to the Knockdown Crafts website. Right, is that everything I've got for this particular episode? I think so. Right, let's do the advent calendars. So, number 20, good rattle there, a good rattle. What do we think? Ooh, Black Magic Cocoa Edit Liquid Liner. I do like a liquid liner. Love it. So that goes with, I had a brown mascara, I don't know what I've done with it. I had a brown mascara the other day. So those two will make a really nice combination. And my little patchwork rabbit, let's see if I can not chuck it on the floor today. Again, this feels bulky. I don't know what it is. Oh, Cuteness. Mini embroidery hoop frames. How cool are those? All right, we're gonna have to see if we can find to put in those then, aren't we? So you get three little mini frames with the little pins, not pins, screws and nuts there to make them into those little embroidery hoops. Right, challenge, come on, we need to see what we can find to stitch on these. So the challenge is out there. I will start having a look around as well and see what we can stitch on those, and you have a look as well. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay classy, stitchers.